When you consider the success you had with the draft, I mean, time will tell, but it looks great on paper. What did you learn from the draft experience that you might apply to the draft in the future? In other words, do you feel like there's certain things that you did this year because of the emergency that might actually become permanent changes?
I think the best thing about it is when you're able to get out of your comfort zone and have to come up with new ways of doing things and still trying to accomplish the same thing, it forced us to look at things and how we're going to do it differently going forward. For example, the meetings went so smooth that so instead of flying the scouts in for our December meetings and our February meetings, we're going to do those all virtually now. And so the scouts will only come in at the end in the April meetings when we get together with the coaches. But I think from an organizational standpoint, as you look through how we operated from a PR standpoint, from our Vikings entertainment standpoint, how they were able to set up all the calls, I think it was a great experience to go through. And because of the successes we had with these experiences, it's going to make us more efficient as we go down the road.
See, that makes sense to me. But if you pull this thing out of your home and you go back to the facility, not only will your family not be there to cheer on each pick, but neither will your neighbors. Are you going to miss that? I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, no, the neighbors were having a draft party out there. They drove, and I live in a little cul-de-sac, and they had 6-foot squares, and they had the campfire out there, and I'm sure they had a few beverages. And, you know, they weren't going to boo me, though, because they like my wife. I don't know them because I'm never home, but they're not going to upset my wife one way, shape, or form.
I like it.
But that was the other thing that was great about this is you actually had your families involved, and they got an opportunity to see what Dad actually does, you know, on our game day, on draft day, and the preparation that goes into it. You know, I had my special needs daughter who she got 28 texts because she was on TV and thought she was famous now.
Super.
And my son was, my oldest son was sitting there knocking off the names on my board that I had on a piece of paper just in case all the electricity went out, although I did have a generator. So he participated the whole 3 days with me, and I thought that was a really cool experience for your family to be a part of this draft.